They're the hotel in the hills of Black Hollow that nobody talks about. Not because it's fancy or forbidden, but because those who stay there never quite come back the same. The Hollow Pines Inn was once grand, built in 1897, with red velvet carpets and chandeliers dripping with crystals. But today, it's a crumbling relic, offering rooms for barely the price of a cheap dinner. Room 217, they say, is the cheapest of them all. Miles Kendrick didn't believe in ghost stories. He was a photographer, traveling alone, looking for forgotten places to document. When he heard about Hollow Pines from a wrinkled old man in a nearby gas station, curiosity got the better of him. "Don't go in room 217, the man had warned, voice shaking. "If you hear them whispering, don't answer back." Miles had just laughed. That evening, under a heavy, stormy sky, he checked into Hollow Pines. The woman at the front desk, pale, eyes sunken like a corpse, gave him a key without a word. Brass, old-fashioned, and cold to the touch. Room 217. The hallway to his room was dim and smelled like mildew. Wallpaper peeled in long strips. His boots crunched over something brittle. He didn't dare look too closely. The door to 217 creaked open with a shudder. Inside, a small bed, a cracked mirror, and heavy drapes that refused to move even when the windows rattled from the wind. Miles set down his bag, pulled out his camera, and started shooting the eerie decay. Hours later, after sorting through photos, he collapsed into the bed. Thunder rolled above. The lamp beside him flickered once, twice, then went out. He lay there, listening to the rain hammering the roof. That's when he heard it, a soft, whispering sound just beyond the door. At first he thought it was the wind, but it grew clearer, low voices, murmuring, almost chanting. He couldn't make out the words, but it chilled him to the bone. Miles froze. Remembering the old man's warning, he pulled the blanket over his head like a terrified child. The whispers grew louder. They were right outside now, brushing against the door, the walls, the floorboards. Something scratched along the wood like long, broken fingernails. And then, a knock. So soft, it might have been imagined. Miles held his breath. Another knock, a little louder. The whispering turned into raspy calling. "Let us in. It's so cold out here," the doorknob rattled violently. Against every instinct, Miles sat up, sweat dripping down his spine. "Who's there?" he croaked before he could stop himself. The whispers stopped instantly. Silence hung thick, pressing against his ears. And then, the door exploded inward, not with a crash, but with a howling wind that sucked the warmth from the room. Shadows poured in, crawling up the walls, whispering directly into his ears now.